Some good news tonight for folks who own property on the Texas coast. Local state representatives were successful in phase 1 of the continued battle against rising insurance rates with the Texas Windstorm Insurance Association, or TWIA. State Representative Todd Hunter, along with City Councilman Ben Molina, and several other Coastal Bend elected officials were in Austin today at TWIA headquarters for a committee meeting as TWIA officials decided whether or not to recommend a rate hike to the board. It was last year TWIA proposed increasing the rate by 10%. That, however, was denied by the Texas governor because South Texas was still recovering from Hurricane Harvey. In August, the board was unable to get enough votes to secure a rate hike. Today, the board unsuccessful again in raising those rates.
The good news is Coast won again. No change from zero rates. We are still going to be fighting. We're going to be following. We will keep everybody posted.
The board will meet in December here in Corpus Christi to discuss the rate issue again, but Representative Todd Hunter saying tonight not to worry. He and other Coastal Bend leaders will continue the fight against raising rates.